So I woke up this morning and watched these two awesome episodes and got on YouTube. I was about to do my review. I'm feeling it and whatnot. I'm glad we got to see more of the original Akatsuki. And I get a whole bunch of messages, and I look on other reviewers, comments, and they have just about the same comments. Like, people are complaining about like 60% of the episode being filler. Like, everything after when Obito went to talk to Conan, Yahiko, and Nagato is filler. Like, everything after that pretty much is. Now, the thing about this, the thing that pisses me off about so many people getting upset is that in the Pain arc, so many people were, requesting to see more of them, like what they went through, how they formed their Akatsuki, and etc., etc. But when we're getting it, you guys are complaining. Not saying everyone is. I'm pretty sure there are people who enjoyed it like me, but I just seen so many people hating on it. Now look, just because it's not in the manga does not mean it's not great content. I believe this is one of the best filler that we've gotten in a while because it's around, the three favorite war orphans, man. You guys are just so inconsistent with your Naruto fandom. It's like, everything has to be by the manga. People are nitpicking over the smallest things. This isn't in the manga, so it's not good. This wasn't in the manga, so it's not true. It never really happened. Fuck that. Fuck that. Fuck that shit you're talking about. I love these two episodes. Nagato, Conan, and Yahiko are amazing. I enjoyed seeing, the slight love interest between Yahiko and Conan. I enjoyed seeing him get jealous. I enjoyed seeing them going out to try to go to village to try to, gain the peace that they wanted for so long that we've heard about, but we've never really seen them going in like that. I enjoyed every second of these two episodes. If you don't like it because it's filler, it's okay not to like an episode because you didn't like his contents, but don't hate on an episode like this just because it's not in the manga. But Danzo is behind yet another pile of bullshit. This dude does not know when to let up. That was just assholish, man. And we all know the outcome of what's going to happen to Nagato and Yahiko. So this is all Danzo's fault, man. Hanzo was cool with it. At first, in the original, in the Pain arc, it just seems like he felt threatened and he did it on his own. But no, Danzo had to bring back fake dead soldiers of Hanzo to ignite the spark between the Akatsuki and, Hanzo. So this is all Danzo's fault yet again, man. He is behind so much shadiness in this series. And I like how Obito just walks through Kakashi, and when he tries to pick Rin up, his hands go straight through her, symbolizing that he can't really control his powers yet. And that is just so symbolic, in him holding her like that and him going back to Madara. I still think it's so suspicious that Madara said you'll come back, and literally like 30 minutes to an hour later, Obito did come back. Now, that whole situation with the Zetsus knowing where Kakashi and Ren are, knowing that is Kakashi and Ren, is just really sketchy to me. But anyway, Obito is going to go along with the Eternal Tsukiyomi, as we all know now, and I just enjoyed that scene when Madara put him in the Genjutsu, and he basically gave him a little sample test of what the world could be like. Madara can make it however the hell he wants. He even makes himself younger and explain how he got the Renegon and about the MAZOU is the husk of the Ten Tails and blah blah blah, stuff like that. My thing is Spiral Zetsu part-time voice changer? Because Obito was just sounding like Gon. He was just sounding like Gon. But when he went into the cave to meet Nagato, Conan, and Yahiko, he was already sounding straight up Madara, and just literally a few seconds ago, he was sounding like, young Obito. So, what's going on there? Did he practice on the way to the cave to sound like Madara or something? And for those of you that were still in doubt that Nagato's Renegon belonged to Madara, they straight up say it in this episode, so please, shut the fuck up. And I like how Obito is watching everything that Danzo's doing, and he has all the time in the world to stop him and, confront Hanzo and say, hey, this is what really happened. But he's not going to, since, it's going to go along with his plan, and we all know Nagato eventually joins Obito's Akatsuki to try to put, everyone in the dream world. So at this point, Obito doesn't have to do anything but wait, because Danzo is fucking up Nagato's life for him. But in my opinion, back in the Pain arc, we did not get enough of older Yahiko. The only time we really saw the older Yahiko were in a few scenes and right before Nagato accidentally killed him, or he killed himself via Nagato. Anyway, you know what the fuck I mean. Just seeing them actually working together and recruiting all these shinobi is it's nostalgic in a weird way because we never saw it before, but we knew it happened, and them just explaining how it happened and actually showing us, that's a great thing, man. You guys who don't like this filler, I don't know what's wrong with you. If you like the pain arc, you should like this filler. And Yahiko is so focused on bringing about peace, the right way, that when he accidentally killed a shinobi, he freaked out. Conan tried to come save him, and then they both blew it, and then Nagato summoned the MAZOU just out of pure anger and, just being frightened. And that was an awesome scene, man. That was great. And it's like this series is trying to find ways to make me hate Danzo even more. I mean, he was behind what happened to Sai and his brother. He was a big part in the Uchiha massacre. He helped Orochimaru fuck up Kabuto's past. He did this. I mean, what else could Danzo possibly do? Now, what I will say that I don't like is that next episode, it looks like they're going to just replay the episode when Yahiko was killed. If it's the exact same, I'm gonna call bullshit, but I mean, if they add some extra stuff in there, that's fine. And I hope the entire episode isn't the episode that we've already gotten, some years ago. And I'm glad they finally addressed the issue. I've always wondered how Conan was able to use paper in the rain because, in her village, it always rains. So I was like, is it like super paper or something? Is it like super slick? I'm glad it actually explained that because it is just paper. So she put oil on it to make the water slide off, which is genius on her part. And I like how when Yahiko found that love letter that that guy, I forgot his name, he's not even relevant anyway, that sent to Conan, he got all jealous. But Yahiko really does remind me of Naruto. He wants to do the good thing all the time. He's always looking out for others, but he's a goofball. Like that speech with the straw, and he just said, fuck it, you know what I'm trying to say? That was hilarious. But I just love how Yahiko came up with the name Akatsuki, because Akatsuki pretty much translates to Red Dawn or Dawn period, and that would explain why later on they have red clouds, on their cloaks. But he was literally looking at the dawn while also comparing themselves to being the dawn of a new age of shinobi. So that's epicness right there. So we all know in the end, Nagato is going to accidentally kill Yahiko, and Nagato is going to go back to Obito, and that's how the bond forms with them, and how Yahiko becomes pain pretty much. But anyway, tell me what you guys thought about these awesome episodes. This has been JB the Uchiha. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'm out.